As we get older, for many people, balance is a huge issue. Do you practice yoga?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, if you're not already doing something to work on your balance, and that goes for you too. We're the oldest ones in the room here, three of us. Joan left. You know, it's important to work on your balance, because one of the biggest issues for older people is they fall and break their hip, and then everything goes to hell, big time. I mean, it's for many people, it's the end of their life, truly. It comes very quickly after that. By maintaining enough strength and balance, you know, which is getting into the fitness talk and exercise, it's much less of an issue. So I'm going to strongly encourage you, if you're not already doing balance exercises, to do them. And I probably mentioned this before, but when I first started practicing yoga 25 years ago, I found it very difficult to stand on one leg. Not anymore. It's easy. How many of you can stand on one leg for any length of time? Can you? Good. Yeah.
Can you demonstrate some of those balance exercises when you do them?
Yeah, be glad to. But what I was going to say, though, and I may when I'm saying repeating myself, when I started practicing, I found it very hard to do a tree pose, for instance. It's a simple posture. It's just a balance exercise. You stand on one foot. Normally you stand with both feet grounded first on the floor. And then you bring this foot up. And the way you do that is you bring it up to your hand. So I'm not bending over. You notice my upper body is not moving. I bring my foot up to my hand. I put my foot here in my crotch, on my inner thigh. Now it's easier without clothes. It's easier without these pants. If I bring my shorts up, I've got short shorts on, then I've got skin on skin. And one of the things that will help you if it tends to slide is press with your foot against your leg and your leg against your foot. So you're pushing against each other. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not so easily. So if you're doing this, I mean, I found this very difficult to do. Needless to say, it's not so difficult to do anymore. Okay? How I got there was that when I would go into the shower to take a shower, I would wash my feet like this.
I do that.
And then I'd get out and I'd dry my feet like this, my legs. And I'd do the other one. Okay? I would tie my shoe this way, put my socks on this way, one foot at a time, standing on one foot. I put my shoes on, tie my shoelaces while standing on one foot. You know, the more practice you get standing on one foot, the easier it gets. Okay, you can move around. You're developing small muscles in your feet and lower legs that provide you with that balance and strength you need. If you start to go one side, you need muscles push you the other way. Well, most people don't develop those muscles because we live our lives on flat surfaces. Okay, so if you work on developing those little muscles, you're going to be much safer in the world, much safer as we get older, and much safer as balance starts to go. You've got that musculature to support you if you need it. And your balance is better overall. Okay? And by the way, I mean, if you want to really test it, when it gets easy for you to stand on one leg that way, do the rest of the pose. You would normally be here, and then you start here. For some people, this is like the beginner version, and this is the more advanced version, is up here. It's harder here. But if you want to make it even harder, close your eyes. Because we depend on our vision to help us stay balanced. So it's a lot harder with your eyes closed. But it's a great way to practice. Take it to the next level. Okay? Balance is critically important. If we lived in the natural world, we'd be on uneven surfaces all the time. I talked to you the other day about this injury, about the finger injury. Which one was it?
The ring finger.
No, I don't remember now. It was my little finger. I just can't remember which hand. But, because I've broken them both now. It was this one. I talked to you about that injury when I was bouldering. And I would be literally like, you know, it's called a billy goat trail. I'd be hopping from boulder to boulder, these big rocks. And it's, you know, I would leave a lot of people behind. I mean, because they didn't have the balance. And they didn't have the small muscles, the strength to maintain it. It becomes easy to do that. In fact, my buddy and I used to do it in flip-flops. I've literally lived in flip-flops. So where most people would like I'm going to put on some good shoes for this. I'm in my flip-flops. And then one day I was with a buddy who was also in flip-flops. He said, let's do this barefoot. I'm like, okay. So, it was interesting, it was actually no problem at all until we got back to the main trail, which was gravel. And that hurt. The rest of it wasn't too bad.